through storms, unshaken, unbowed. Through trials and verdicts, still standing proud. A titan in the tempest, against the raging crowd. He's got a vision for the future, gonna shout it loud. Changing the wind, it's coming fast. A new foundation built to last. Cryptocurrency's the key, make the big switch. Power to the people, time to teach the rich. Legal battles can't hold him, he's moving on. With plans so bold, from dusk till dawn. He's rewriting the rules, a new dawn's day. From the hands of the few to the people's way. Say good.
Welcome, everyone, to the Crazy Kryptonaut channel. I am Zester, and thank you guys so much for joining this evening. And a very, very, very happy Trump Day to everyone out there. We are living in a new world, it seems like, since Trump's inauguration. And so I was expecting to stop saying Trump Day after election. I was thinking, hey, it's just going to be Trump Day up to the point that we have Trump back. But just because of how much he's been getting done and how much the world's changing, I feel like we need a weekly celebration of his efforts. But how is everyone else doing out there? What's up, Kukla? Hello to you as well. Thank you so much. Looks like Gary and Kukla had a little bit of a not quite certain who was number one on the like button this evening. But what's up, Gary? What's up, Kukla? You were probably both first, just because of the way YouTube tends to work. What's up, Trish? Welcome, and a happy Trump Day to you as well. Gary 7 coming in with the first joke of the evening. My friend gets really upset when I call him a flat earther. He says the correct term is bulldozer operator. I suppose a bulldozer operator does very often make the earth flat. What's up, David? Thank you so much for the apple, man. I hope you're having an awesome one. What's up, Richard? How are you doing, man? Gary 7. My wife's birthday is in 2 days, and she told me that she would be happy as long as I get her something with a lot of diamonds in it. She's gonna love this pack of playing cards. Yeah, Gary, I don't know if that's going to work or not. Don't know. What's up, Bear? Welcome, Bear. All right. Oh, pardon me. All right. What is up to Love Trumpy? Hello, beautiful people. Hello to you, Love Trumpy. Thank you so much for being here. And Hot Rod Tilly and Mary Jones. And yes, this is a Kukla classic right here. Crazy Kryptonaut podcast. I think this is essentially the starter, the first ever Crazy Kryptonaut shirt. Thank you so much, Kukla, for that one. I was thinking about you when I put it on this morning. I've been wearing it all day. I was even thinking about wearing it for Whiskey and Wisdom later, just because I was excited to break it out. What's up, Savvy? And welcome, June. June T. Florida needs to get in line with our governor or we'd be blue again. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, June. We are seeing a lot of kind of craziness go on around the country. As folks start to realize that dad's home. And as Mel Gibson said during the one of the fairly viral clips of him on the news channels, dad's home and he's taking his belt off. And so a lot of folks are freaking out. News agencies are throwing all kinds of crazy stuff around. A whole bunch of panic, but the American people are extremely happy because things are getting done that we've been asking them to get done for a very long time. Trump is, Kukla. Kukla says Trump is kicking butt. Kukla, I think I would forgive you. And I think everyone should be forgiven for a little bit of maybe some few bad words on that one. I think Trump is kicking more than just butt. He's doing an amazing job. David, Zester, do you still have any crypto staked? Actually, we do, David. We still have our original crypto staked from the first videos. And so I was planning on doing a little update on it, David, in one of the next streams, kind of just showing folks what all we earned after what would be now, well, on its way to a year of having crypto staked on Coinbase. And so we are going to have an update on that one, David, with what the community crypto account has gotten to. The community crypto account, I believe, just because of price increases and everything else, the $100 that I threw in at first, I think we're about $500 worth now in the community crypto account. So we're going to have to check that out one day because we've gotten some money together after time. And I stopped showing it every day because it was like a couple pennies. We made 20 cents today. We made 30 cents the other day. Things have stretched out a bit. So we're going to have to check that one out. I think our $100 is worth about $500 now, or somewhere close to it. We will have to go check that one out. Hey, Mile High Trish. Now you can buy a new camera, Zester. Hey, there you go. Arlene. Arlene says, Zester, are you a fan of the Lobster app and Coin Disco? Arlene, Lobster as an app is very easy to use to buy crypto with. I would personally recommend not using Lobster unless it's just the easiest one for you. Personally, I would recommend Coinbase or Uphold before I would go Lobster. And the only reason I say that, Arlene, is not because Lobster is bad. They're not. They're a very good exchange. But they have one little caveat that confuses a lot of people. And then what they do is they sell a lot of cryptos that are on the XLM or the Stellar blockchain. And that adds a whole extra element to moving it. And so it's something where it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. But I know from having answered questions and talked to people in the community that very often it gets confusing because of it. And so there's nothing wrong with it. It just adds an extra step to the process that is confusing because on Lobster, you can buy XRP, but the XRP is on the Stellar blockchain. And this is a very normal thing in crypto. But it means that if you want to store your XRP on an XRP wallet, you need to convert from XRP on the Stellar blockchain to XRP on the XRP ledger. It's an extra step. It tends to result in a lot of issues. And so I would just suggest going ahead and buying on Uphold. Uphold has the same functionality as Lobster, the same ability to buy with credit and debit cards or whatever you have access to. And so in that way, I would just recommend Uphold over Lobster. If you're going to go and create a legitimate account and you're going to start planning towards the future of being able to sell your crypto and be able to, get that money back in your bank account, I would just go straight to Coinbase, make a Coinbase account, set up with them. You'll be able to buy everything that you want to, and you'll also be able to sell when you do want to take some of that money out. Yes, yes, a very important one, Kukla. Probably was slow on clicking on this one. But yes, please do remember the content in this podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes and not intended to provide financial advice. Please consult with a financial professional before making investment decisions. Thank you so much, Kukla. Thank you so much. All right. LG Lady. Oh, wow. Okay, this is going to be a fun one. Zester, please explain at what point we are supposed to claim income from profits. Or, if non applicable, if I haven't taken out of initial investment. LG Lady, that's a great question. And I'm going to immediately say that anything I say after this should be taken with a grain of salt. First things first, it's really more an accountant, tax attorney type question. So I may be wrong on certain aspects of this. So I'm only going to talk from my personal experience. I'm not going to talk as if I know the legalese because I'm not certain. But LG Lady, this would be viewed in the same way as a stock. And so if you bought a stock at 50 cents, you need to view the price increase on a 1 unit level. And so LG Lady, if you were to start selling, you're going to need to view that as soon as I have sold more than I invested, I'm going to start having a tax burden. But also, I may have a tax burden because I bought one XRP at 50 cents. One. When I sold that one XRP at $3, I profited $2.50. And that means it's going to be affected by capital gains. In that way, you can kind of look at your crypto portfolio and say, okay, yes, you have not sold to get your entire principal out yet. But that 1 unit has made money. And that is where we need this regulatory clarity, in all honesty. Because there is a difference between a crypto token or a crypto coin and a stock. There's a difference. They have very, very different applications, even though they're kind of similar in certain ways. You're investing essentially in the corporation or the blockchain. They're still technically different. And so right now, LG Lady, I have always operated as if it were a matter of my initial investment, my profit and loss. But these things could change with regulations coming down the pipeline. And so LG Lady, there's a bit of a question mark there because I understand exactly what you're saying. You're saying, hey, I bought $1,000 worth of XRP. And now my $1,000 worth of XRP is worth $6,000. If I sell $1,000, am I now from that point on going to be paying capital gains for anything more that I sell because I've technically gotten back my principal investment? And there's a lot going on there, LG Lady. And so I would highly recommend talking with an attorney on that one, but also just keeping in mind that there really is not a clear answer yet. That's why these regulations coming from the Trump administration with this crypto team are going to be so important. Is because right now you should treat anything that is in the profit as something that you need to pay taxes on. You should. Right now, it's better to operate under that understanding because it's much safer. Much, much safer. Nobody wants to be on the wrong end of the IRS. But LG Lady, I would not overly worry about it right now. I would wait for the regulations before you start making any major worries or you start having any major worries on that one. Just remember, if you make money, you owe taxes. If you make money, you owe taxes. If you lose money, you don't owe taxes. Actually, they owe you money back. And so just keep it in mind that way. The simple way for right now is the second you're in the profit, start talking to your accountant about paying taxes on your profit. If you're not making any money and you've lost money, don't worry about it. Don't even think about it yet. You don't have anything to worry about. And that's where I always operate. I always try to make certain that when it comes down to my crypto portfolio, that I am putting more in than I am taking out. And in that way, I'm always losing money. And so far, that has always worked out. And it's true. I'm building, I'm adding more. I'm not taking out crypto money in order to go buy something because I believe in the long-term future of these assets. All right, Lynn S. Oh, here's another good one. And so I will say, LG Lady, that I'll come back to that one in the next couple of weeks as we get more clarity, because I do believe we will have that clarity soon. But Lynn S. asks, Zester, when you want to sell sending from Ledger to Coinbase, can you explain the tag? What do you need to do with the tag? Lynn, that's a great question because it's very, very important. When you're sending XRP or XLM or XDC, they have a destination tag that is required when you are sending from your wallet on Ledger to Coinbase. And so what you'll actually get when you go to Coinbase, Lynn, and this is an important thing to see, when you go to Coinbase, and I'll use XRP as an example right now. Say I would like to receive XRP on Coinbase. I'm going to go to Coinbase. I'm going to log in. I'm going to go to XRP, and then I'm going to choose receive. When I do that, it's going to give me a wallet address, and then it's going to give me a destination tag. When I go to my Ledger Live, I'm going to copy and paste the wallet address into the wallet address box, and then I'm going to copy and paste the destination tag into the memo space. The reason that exists, Lynn, is because you need 10 XRP in a wallet in order to activate an XRP wallet. And so Coinbase only has one XRP wallet. And that means when you send your XRP in there, Lynn, they don't know whose XRP it is. They just know XRP showed up in the wallet. And now they're trying to figure out whose it is. The destination tag is essentially like when you check your coat, you putting your name on it so that someone else doesn't walk out with your coat when they go to leave the restaurant. You're just saying, this is my XRP, credit it to my account. And so view the wallet as this is where it needs to go. View the destination tag as this is me making certain that they credit me with it. And so it's very important when you're sending to a centralized exchange like Coinbase. If you are on Coinbase and you are withdrawing your XRP, you don't need a destination tag. If you're sending it to a Ledger hardware wallet, it's your wallet and the wallet already exists. When you're sending your XRP back to a centralized exchange like Coinbase or Uphold or Lobster or Qcoin or Binance or Kraken or Gemini, when you're sending your XRP there, they're putting it all into one big pool. And so you need to include the destination tag. But it can be found when you go and you click receive. You go to Coinbase, you click receive XRP, and it's going to give you a wallet address and a destination tag. Copy and paste both into the proper place, and you're good to go. Anybody that has sent XRP or XLM or anything else to a centralized exchange like Coinbase and have forgotten to include the destination tag, you need to contact Coinbase. They have your money and they will give it back, but you're going to have to go through a whole buttload of rigmarole. And it's mainly going to be based around you contacting Coinbase, and then they're going to ask you questions about your identity. They're going to ask you questions about your account. And once you verified everything, then they're going to go into their system and they're going to say, okay, here's their XRP. Let's give it back to them. It's much better to just avoid that entire process. And so the best way to avoid it is just to make certain that you always have your destination tag when you're sending to Coinbase. It's an extra step, Lynn. It does make XRP, XLM, XDC a little bit more complicated in certain ways, but it's once you've got it figured out, it's not a big deal. I think it's more, it's just more that it's scary and confusing, in all honesty. But once you understand it, you're not going to worry. Gary 7. Zester, are there any benefits to invest in crypto if you're in Puerto Rico or in another country? Well, Gary 7, there are. And so different countries have different capital gains taxes. In that way, it becomes quite important because your crypto is viewed as a capital gains. It's viewed as an investment that is under the capital gains heading. And so in that way, capital gains are lower on the island, depending on the programs you're in. Portugal, as a matter of fact, Portugal is an amazing country to have crypto in because Portugal does not tax crypto. It's a 0% tax. Dubai does not tax anything, essentially, that is coming in as an asset. In terms of other countries, there's a variety of other countries that have similar benefits. El Salvador has massive benefits. I believe Singapore has fairly massive benefits. Puerto Rico's benefit is based around capital gains taxes. It's not zero. You still have to pay, but you don't have to pay as much. And so in that way, it's quite beneficial, not having to pay as much. And so there are a variety of different countries that are more crypto friendly from a tax perspective. I know the very famous one is Portugal. Portugal is very famous for the fact that you can take your crypto money, show up in Portugal and just be like, give me all my money. And they will just cash you out 100% with zero tax. You're going to have to pay taxes to move that money back to the United States, though, Gary 7. So, Gary, you might want to go ahead and commit to living in Portugal if you try to take advantage of that scheme. All right, Musical Lady, question. Oh, this is an interesting one. Question. Musical Lady asks, on Monday's live, the subject of hiding your wallet inside your hardware wallet was mentioned. What are the reasons / advantages of hiding your wallet on the ledger? Thanks, Zester. Well, Musical Lady, thank you so much. And also, the benefit here is kind of an interesting one. One benefit is it just allows you to kind of organize yourself a little bit better. But the number one benefit is, and what many people have used it for, is if you were to, say, ever have a situation where someone was trying to get into your hardware wallet or something of that nature and they had it, you could essentially have a decoy wallet. And so many people that are very worried about their crypto, they'll actually have the wallet that you plug in your code for, the normal code. That will be a wallet that has like a little bit of their crypto. And that way, if they ever did have someone steal it, the person would only get access to a small portion of their crypto portfolio. It's kind of a neurotic worry. It's a little over the top, but if you have a lot of money, if XRP goes to crazy numbers, it would make sense to have a decoy wallet, because you've probably heard the stories of guys with tons of crypto money getting kidnapped or getting blackmailed or getting anything of that nature done to them. That is a very unique situation, but it's still somewhat realistic, even for the average person. Say anything were to go on in your house, someone robs you, breaks into your safe, takes your hardware wallet, and takes your code. Well, now they only have access to the decoy wallet. They don't have access to the real Fort Knox. It's an extra layer of protection. It's not necessary in most cases, Musical Lady, but it is an extra layer. And if folks are interested, I will go through and show folks how to set up a secret wallet on their ledger. I had avoided it in the beginning because it added an extra step, an extra complexity to the process. And so for me, I avoided explaining it at first because I knew that we were going to have a lot of issues and that in most cases, it's not necessary. But I can show everyone how to do that if we do want to. It's not that complicated, but it's a little bit more advanced. Nancy H. So if you just hang on to your XRP and never sell to make a profit, what good is XRP? Well, Nancy, none. At some point, you have to sell. Or you can stake it. And that's something that is going to be available in the United States very soon. As a matter of fact, a very popular option that is just not currently available to us is Nexo. Matter of fact, I was actually talking with Paul Burker and other folks in Europe from the Charlie Ward show, and they have their XRP staked, and they're earning passive income off of it. The problem is, because of XRP's legal issues with the SEC, we're not allowed and have not been allowed access to XRP staking. And so, Nancy, in the very near future, or if you don't live in the United States, you could actually be earning somewhere around 10% return per year on your XRP by staking it. Essentially, you are providing liquidity to markets. Very fun, very awesome. Unfortunately, not currently available to us in the United States. And so right here is actually the website, Nancy, Nexo. And right now they're offering 7% per year for XRP holdings on their exchange. And things of that nature are what are going to occur as we continue to see XRP be legally allowed. So at some point, Nancy, you could just be doing this. You could say, I'm not going to sell my XRP. I'm going to start collecting 7% interest per year. And then I'm going to sell the interest. Keep in mind, though, Nancy, you're still going to have to sell XRP in order to get money out of it. The only difference is once we are allowed to participate in these things, then say I put 1,000 XRP into staking. Well, each year I would have 70 XRP to sell. The first year I'd have 10,070 XRP. The next year first year I'd have 1,070 XRP. The next year I'd have, 1,143 XRP. And so you could either let it compound interest, compound gains, or you could just sell the XRP that you earn each year. Those type of options are on their way for us as Americans. These things are coming. Unfortunately, they've not been available because of the SEC and prior administrations, but not forever. All right. Nah. Gary7, instead of crypto, my friend invested in sword making. He makes an excellent point. Yeah, George, that is something that I really need. I do need more very, very simple write-ups, possibly. The videos do tend to help out a lot, but I would have to agree. Some more simple walkthroughs for some of these things. All right, Lynn, Zester, I bought HBAR and I can't send a ledger. Why can you not send HBAR to Ledger Wallet? Well, actually, Lynn, you can send HBAR, but it's very complicated. And so I'm actually going to find a video real quick because I think I had like one day, like 5 or 6 months ago, where I released like 7 videos in one day. And most all of them were just kind of little walkthroughs. And I think because of the algorithm, that it never recommended those videos to anyone that was subscribed. And I'm not certain why, but you know, it is YouTube. You know how they go. So actually, right here, I have a video breakdown from me, Lynn, that will show you exactly how to get Hedera Hashgraph onto your Ledger wallet. And so there's the video. The video actually now a lot of people seem to be finding it. Matter of fact, I've got a comment from 3 days ago on it with somebody who just finally found the video. And so that video actually right there, how to crypto tutorial for storing your Hedera on your Ledger hardware wallet. I made that 10 months ago. 10 months ago. And yeah, I've got 3 days ago, 1 month ago, random people finding it out of nowhere. That one should walk you through the whole process, Lynn. Gary, that's an interesting one right there. I'm not actually certain. Gary7 says, curious, would crypto be tax cheap on Indian reservations? I mean, it would make sense. It would make sense. They do have a lot of tax incentives. LG Lady, question, is it possible for a Ledger wallet to hold cash or even PDF documents like a thumb drive? LG Lady, that's a very, very interesting question because that's high level on what's possible. Short answer is no. Long answer is yes. And so let me explain. And so LG Lady, you could not store a PDF on here. You couldn't store a PDF. What you could store on here is the code on the blockchain to access a PDF. And so I could create a crypto token that provided the holder access to a PDF that was stored on the blockchain. In that way, technically, I would be storing access to the PDF on here. It's the same thing with your crypto, LG Lady. Your crypto's not on here. Your access to the crypto is on here. The crypto's on the blockchain, and it can't leave the blockchain. But you're the only one that has access to it on the blockchain through your hardware wallet. And so in that way, LG Lady, you actually can. I was actually talking with a guy at the last Quantum Summit in Cape Canaveral last year who had documents and different information on how to make different machines, free energy, magnetic motors, things of that nature. And something that he's doing is he's going in and actually putting the PDF files for how to create these machines on the blockchain and then issuing a key through the blockchain so that people can access them universally for free. And so it is and it isn't. It is possible and it isn't possible, both at the same time. It's a Schrodinger's cat type question. All right. Yep. Gary would like to see the secret wallet. Joyful voice. Yeah. All right. Today. All right. We're going to do a secret wallet then. We're going to show everyone how. We can definitely do that one. Zester, are there exchanges besides Coinbase that allow you to save your crypto to your cold wallet without having to wait 7 days? Thanks. Leslie, the 7 days hold it's logical and it's a pain in the butt. The reason it exists, Leslie, is not because of Coinbase or the exchange. The reason the 7-day hold exists is because that's the amount of time that most banks allow you to charge back. And so what Coinbase and the other exchanges are doing is they're saying, hey, we trust you. You sent us money and we're going to let you buy what crypto you want, but you can't leave with it because we're not certain that you're not going to charge back the purchase. And so that's where that oddity occurs. Leslie, once you get to a certain point with Coinbase, they're not going to hold it as long. But for the first couple of times, they are. I would still recommend waiting the 7 days and going through Coinbase. I know it's a pain in the butt, but it's not Coinbase's fault. And very often, they will actually give you access to the money to withdraw before then. I know for me, it typically takes about 24 hours. If I send money to Coinbase from a bank account, I typically am allowed to leave within about 24. But that's because they have a long track record of me not charging back. And I have to imagine that's the reason. I've never charged back an order ever. And when I buy crypto, I mean to buy it. It's not a mistake. And so in that way, Leslie, I know that if you buy through different card methods, so if you buy with a debit or a credit card, those cannot be charged back near as easily, depending upon the methodology. And so very often you can get access to it quicker. Leslie, though, one way that you can go about it, that is a guarantee, but it is expensive in comparison, but it is a guarantee. You will immediately have access to your crypto on your ledger, is to purchase through Ledger. And so let me get over here to buy. And so if you were to actually go into Ledger Live, Leslie, and you were to come to the buy and sell tab right here on the left, right here, and then you were to say, okay, I would like to purchase, get the best price. Don't show me this again. Let's try. You can go directly through here and your crypto will be immediately deposited onto your Ledger wallet. And so if I were to say I would like to buy 100, continue, I then have the option to pay through PayPal, Google Pay, ACH, Instant ACH, Venmo, credit card, yada, yada, yada. And by doing this, your XRP will be automatically deposited into your Ledger hardware wallet. Now, the negative here is only because you're going to pay more. And so right now, I can buy $100 worth of XRP through MoonPay. I will get $93 worth. And so they're going to charge me $7 as a fee. If I buy through Coinbase, I'm going to get $95 worth. If I buy through MoonPay, I'm going to get $96 worth. And as you can see, all of these different ones come in at different prices. Mercurio right here at $98.50. That's just as good as buying through the exchange, in all honesty. And so you would just then go through the process actually with that specific thing. And so you can go through directly here and you can make your purchase. You would enter your wallet address saying, hey, I want the XRP to come here. That would be your wallet address that you got from Ledger Live. And then the XRP would go directly to your wallet. No Coinbase first, none of that. Directly into your Ledger hardware wallet. The reason, though, that I do kind of avoid doing this is because if you only do this, you do not have a way of selling your XRP and getting that money back into your bank account. You're still going to need Coinbase. And so you can totally do it this way. Absolutely. You can go directly here. You can make your purchase. It shows up automatically in your hardware wallet. But whenever you do want to say sell that XRP, you're still going to need to go back and do that process of setting up a Coinbase account. So if you're in a big hurry though, guys, this is an option. You're going to have to buy with a credit or a debit card. They're going to charge higher fees, but it's a one-step process. Now they are going to ask you a lot of personal information. They're going to ask, name, address, email, social security, bank account, yada, yada, yada. They're going to want to know a lot about you before they sell, but it makes it very easy. Yeah, Nancy. Oh, wow. I will stake when it comes available in the United States. Thanks, Nancy. I am so jealous of the folks in Europe because they have had their XRP staked on Nexo for the past 4 or 5 years. They have made large returns off of that. I'm a little upset that I haven't got to participate also. So I'm very excited. Hey, what's up, Samuel Worley? Yeah, it's Zester time. What's up, Sam? Welcome, welcome. All right, though, guys, I just saw the time and all of that. Just saw the time. Musical Lady, I am hearing that we are supposed to get an update on that one any day now. And so I am continuing to wait for it. Yep, Nancy H. Nice. I love hearing about those type of ideas and thinking about new ways. Nancy is a crafter. I wrote my code on a piece of paper, mod paged over it, then sprayed a silicone spray over to preserve it. Then I hit it. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I'm going to try to catch up, see if there's any more questions there at the end. And then, guys, let's go over a little bit of news real quick before we go off anywhere else. And then I'm going to run off and let the mods and everybody get a break before we're jumping over to Whiskey and Wisdom in just a little bit. But do want to cover a little bit of the news going on. So Coinbase deepens ties to Trump with advisory council pick. Weeks after a meeting between Trump and Brian Armstrong to reportedly discuss personnel, the U.S. president's co-campaign manager will be joining Coinbase's advisory council. And so we are seeing a blending together of a lot of crypto companies in the current administration. Oh, here's one that I'm excited for. Everybody in Texas. Texas Lieutenant Governor announces Bitcoin reserve as priority bill for 2025. This would be a state bill. This would be the state of Texas actually beginning to establish its own Bitcoin digital asset reserve. This one is very, very exciting, in my opinion, because, well, it's Texas. It's not as exciting when Wyoming says that. And that's not because there's anything wrong with Wyoming. I love Wyoming. It's an amazing state with some amazing laws and regulations. But there are not that many people in Wyoming. Not that many, unfortunately. But there is, when you look at Texas, we're talking about an economy that is on the scale of the top 10, top 20 economies on the planet. Texas is bigger than the vast majority. Economically speaking, Texas is bigger than just about every country on the planet. And so that's big. That's a huge economy that is starting to back itself up with Bitcoin and digital assets. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know anybody out there right now that's watching from Texas. I'm curious to hear if you're as excited about it as I am, but it's very interesting. And what we have heard from it is that Texas actually has some very interesting ways that they plan on paying for it. And so right now, Texas has joined 5 other states in the United States where legislators are working on establishing Bitcoin or crypto reserves, including Arizona and Utah, where strategic reserve bills have actually advanced out of committee and on their way to being voted on the floor. And so it is coming, guys. I was trying to warn folks as we were coming up to it that we're going to see a mass influx of crypto conversations going on. And that seems to be the case. That seems to be the case. We're seeing it from corporations. Corporations are filing paperwork in order to start accepting cryptocurrencies as payment. We've seen every major corporation has filed paperwork in the past couple of weeks saying that they plan on accepting cryptocurrency payments very soon. We're seeing local state governments go through and say, hey, we're going to be doing this. We're seeing governments from around the world internationally saying that they're going to do this. It's happening. It's happening. All right. Here's a little bit of a who knows what's going on. Andrew Singer writing this one. Is Elon Musk plotting the mother of all blockchains? Definitely a bit of a thought one here, but there are rumors going that Elon Musk is planning on applying blockchain technology to the Department of Government Efficiency. And in that way, allowing all of the cuts and the changes to the tax code and the changes to the way the government works to be immutable public knowledge. That is something that I am an extreme proponent of. I believe we deserve to know every single thing that our government spends our money on, even if we don't want to, even if it's the dirty knowledge. We still deserve the right to know. And in that way, this one's kind of exciting. Elon Musk planning on putting the Department of Government Efficiency on the blockchain so that everyone can keep up with what's going on. Also, rumors are circulating that X is planning on releasing a blockchain or working with a current company in crypto to release something on their blockchain. Whether that comes to fruition, who knows? Who knows? But what is exciting is the idea that our government would start to have to actually be held accountable to the American people for what we spend money on. If we had that set up, we would know when the United States government decided to spend $3 million of our taxpayer dollars buying condoms in Rwanda. We would know. And I think we deserve the right to know that. All right. Now, going into a little bit in our last little article before I'll let everybody run off. Trump may tighten restrictions on NVIDIA sales to China. NVIDIA, major company. And the really big thing here is that NVIDIA creates a lot of the graphic processing cards that are very important to crypto mining and to a lot of other tech-related fields. And so this is really coming down to a matter of the trade war. And how the trade war is going to affect cryptocurrency is going to be something that's very interesting. Because I am a major proponent of these trade wars being conducted. I do strongly believe that we need to start tariffing other nations, especially nations that have taken advantage of the goodwill of the United States economy for a very long time. But there are going to be repercussions. And those repercussions are likely going to be felt in the tech field to the most extreme. How they're going to affect crypto, it's going to be very interesting to see. And so, with all of that stated, guys, thank you guys so much for being here. Love you all. And I will be talking to you again very, very soon. If you're interested, over on Whiskey and Wisdom at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the original Mark C channel. But until then, stay safe out there. Love you. See you soon.